Well, hello there. Welcome back to another episode of Surviving Minecraft Bedrock. Today you join me on the realm and we are at a new location which we built last weekend, and this new location is a guardian farm. So let's quickly switch camera modes so I can show you a little bit of this. If we look down, we can see the guardians are spawning in the spawn pods. They will get killed by the magma blocks underneath there, and all the items will go into the water streams and up here towards a sorter. And down here we have the sorter, which is sorting all of the items. Now this guardian farm is also already prepared for the future, and that is what we are going to do in this episode. So if we go out of the AFK room and fly down, then, well, I said fly down. might be handy if you have your elytra on. So let's do this again. Okay, so of course we are empty because all of our stuff is downstairs. So this time let's take the safe road, which admittedly is a little bit slower than the other road, but it hurts less. Luckily all of our stuff is right here, so grab this and this. And now we have to do the most annoying thing in Minecraft ever, and that is if you die you have to replace or put all your items back in the place that you had them before. Well, I guess if you don't use your head you have to work for it then. So what I was about to say is that this guardian farm is prepared for the future. It also has another great feature which I will show in a minute. But for the future we are building fish farms right here, and that will be for fish and ink. And we are trying to get normal ink and glow ink sacks. The last one is still a little bit of a question if that will work, but we will find out after building the farms. And the extra feature that we have at this farm is this beautiful geode that we have underneath here. This is already cleaned up now, and this will be an AFK geode farm or a shard farm or whatever it's called. So at the moment it is all done by hand, but well, we will be AFKing above for the farm to work, and then this should work as well. Now for this build, this is gonna be a few episodes later. I'm not sure which episode it will be, because I still need to figure out how to make an AFKable shard thingamajiggy that will dispense the shards from the blocks and push them into the water. And I know there are videos out there that already have this design in there, but I first want to try it myself, and if that doesn't work we can always use somebody else's design. But for today we are going to focus on building the fish bowls, fish farms, fish stuff right here. So let's go up, grab all the materials, and I'll set up the camera account as well, and we'll start building. And there we are again. The account has been in AFK mode for about 8 hours. And we are, well, quite filled to the brim with at least shards. And the crystals are always a little bit less. And we also have quite enough cod. We don't get that much salmon. But, well, we do get a whole lot of ink sacks, which is quite good, and we also get a whole lot of glow ink sacks. So those are, well, these are still manual. We do get some bones as well. And this is about 8 hours of AFK time, and that is with one basin. So, well, it works. We don't have to change anything about it. It just works, and we just now need to build one there, and one here. And besides that, there are some little issues that we can resolve, luckily. And that is, well, these guys here. They tend to spawn right here. And, well, in order to prevent that, we are going to replace this piece of ice with a piece of magma. I am not sure if they can spawn on magma, but if they do, they at least die. So that will be fixed then. We had one little hole where guardians escaped from. That was right there. I forgot to put in these last two slabs right here. So the guardians went down and escaped from here. But this is all working quite nicely. These raids aren't that crazy as you get with a Nether portal guardian farm. However, these raids are quite enough for us on the realm. If we need some extra stuff, then well, we just AFK a little bit here and we have enough in stock. For the build of the other 3 basins, we also will be joined by Dev is her. She is not here at the moment yet, but she will be here in a bit and then we get started. Now for you guys that will be 1 second, because let's go to the build time lapse. Alrighty, here we are again. It is done. All 4 are in and all 4 are working quite nicely. As you can see, the items are flowing up. We are at the top of the building at the moment. Or at the top of the AFK spot, I should say. And by the way, this design was done by Dev is her as well. We did it a little bit together, but she mostly designed this and it is looking awesome. So credit where credit is due. This is just looking awesome. Alright, so it would be nice to see the complete farm. And we are going to do that by flying around and taking a look at it. So the last thing that we added were the 4 basins at the bottom. And they're quite substantial. But we want it to be, well, more or less a squid farm. And fish farm as well. But we are mostly going for the ink sacs. And for now we have just the guardian farm and the fish farms, and in the future we will also have villagers here. For now we have a smelter right here, or a smoker I should say, but there will be fishermen's villagers that we can trade the cod and the salmon with. So that takes care of the cod and the salmon, and that leaves the ink sacs, which will be used for dyes and used for concrete and well, all sorts of building blocks. Not quite sure what we are going to do with the glowing sacks, because we have quite a lot, but we probably find some use for it. For the amethyst shards, what we now have is all dug by hand, and that will be an AFK machine later on. And we can use that for the tinted glass, which we can then use for, well, multiple farms. So that almost takes care of the complete guardian farm with fish farms attached. We however just need to connect the Nether portal to the Nether highway. So let's go to the Nether. The portal is now connected to the highway via a temporary, very steep way down, which we need to change. So we can climb all the way down, and we can see that this is connected to this huge highway, which goes towards the Nether portal right there. This also goes to some location. I'm not quite sure. Oh, the Mesa biome is that. And this will go off in all sorts of directions. But the Nether portal is up there, and we have a slight problem that, well, first of all, we don't have a design. We have this beautiful, beautiful runway, and that needs to be something else. And it definitely needs to be spawn proof, and this needs to connect here, but we cannot do that via stairs because, as you can see, we are too high up right there. So we need to make something else. So what we are going to do is we are going to start building right here a little segment on what this tunnel should be looking like. Now keep in mind, this is an experiment. This is pretty much free. Oh, this is pretty much free building at the moment. I have a little bit of an idea in my head, but I don't know if that will work. So we are just going to try it. And after that we will see how we connect this up to the portal in a nice way that you can stay in the tunnel and stay safe. So I'm going to grab some resources and we'll be back when all is gathered and we will start building. Alright, so here we are back again, and well, I just went to collect resources and then show the build. However, Dev is Her came online and we built together and I forgot to record that. So I am here to show you the end result. This, let me quickly take care of that guy. Here. This is the tunnel. Go away. It is so dangerous right here. Alright, so back to this. This is the Nether tunnel. Nether highway tunnel. This tunnel has the feature of the soul sand or soul soil. Depends, we're now using soul sand. So you can run on that with soul speed on your boots. Then we have the ice, so you can travel by boat. And this is big enough to travel via flying. You can fly through this with ease and, well, not hit anything. So the thing we now need to do is we need to connect up this, the Guardian farm, this portal right there, to, well, this tunnel. Now what we need to do for this are two things, because we need to slow the boat down, or at least make known that you can get off right here, because there will be an intersection here. And we need to connect it up to there. Now this is, as said before, this is way too steep for stairs, and well, using scaffolding is all well and good, but it doesn't look that great. So we have this hole right here which is open, and we are going to connect up there to here. And we are going to do that with some kind of tunnel which goes gradually up and towards there. Probably with some kind of a twist in there. At the moment Dev is Her is not here, but I found a substitute which can help us with, well, telling us if this is looking any good. So let me introduce you to the newest member of on the realm, our newest assistant, Dev not here. Let me quickly ask you, what do you think of the tunnel so far? Well, there you have it, folks. A clearer answer than that you cannot get. But all joking aside, let's start building the tunnel, and I will be back when the first part is done. Alright, so this is the start of the tunnel, or the side tunnel. And well, let me tell you, it is dangerous here. Very dangerous. I haven't died yet, luckily. I fell off several times, and well, ghasts and magma cubes keep spawning above there. And well, there's one. And some of the blocks just cannot handle ghast fire. Come on, come on. There we go. So this is it, what we have now. It's a great start. It takes a whole lot of time though, as we need to take it all the way up to the portal. So I'll continue building and we'll be back when this is all done. So, and here we are. The tunnel is done. We are at the portal. And if we turn around, then we can see the tunnel. We have a block palette that is, well, I tried to have it a little bit in one style, because it is a guardian farm. We went from what the tunnel looks like to the guardian blocks, or the prismarine blocks. but keeping in line with how the tunnel looks with the lighting like this. However, the tunnel is a little bit, well, yeah, it is missing decorations. So we will do that somewhere in the future. Decorate this place with lighting on the ceiling, some chains perhaps, or barrels in the corners, stuff like that. So it will get a little bit more of a busy look that this tunnel is in use and not have the walls like this. I tried to break it up with putting obsidian in there, or crying obsidian in there. Otherwise, well, it was really only one block. But that will be in another episode. As you can hear in the background, there are some magma cubes spawning, but they are spawning on top of this tunnel. So they are not spawning in the tunnel because these are all bottom slabs. And then we have some stairs, they cannot spawn on there. So there's nothing spawnable in this whole tube towards the portal. Now the next thing that we are going to do today is sort out the sorter. For that to be possible, we needed the iron farm to be working again. Me and Dev did that in between recording sessions together. Hence why I now have only 5 levels. As I died, well, I think 3 or 4 times of iron golem attacks. They didn't like me at all. So let me quickly get back to the overworld and show you what we did. So here we are back in the overworld, and well, if we start flying, you can see that the iron farm now has leaves on top of it. What happened was that the villagers turned into witches because of a lightning strike. Now, before the last update 1.17.32, villagers that had a roof above their heads still could turn into witches, which now they cannot anymore since the latest update, so that is good. But so we had a bunch of witches in there, and what we did is we switched them all out for new villagers. Now with the block above their heads they shouldn't turn into witches again, but for safety we also built this farm now with 4 lightning rods, which are on all the 4 corners of the farm. And the spawn mechanics for the golems are a little bit different as well since the latest update. And that is because the golems now can spawn on bottom slabs and on glass. So the golems spawned on top of the beds, on top of the glass, and didn't fall in the water. Now the thing they don't spawn on is leaves, so we covered the whole farm with leaves. So we have new villagers, we have golems that only can spawn in the basin again, and the farm is now working. So that is the progress we made. We now have a working iron farm again, and we can stockpile some iron. Now in the distance right there you can see that pink building, and that is, let me quickly show you. And that building is the villager breeder. We had a manual villager breeder and we now have an automatic villager breeder. Thanks to Dev is her, because she built this. I helped a little bit, but this is her design. She made all of this. And it's just a very simple automatic villager breeder. We have 2 farmers right here with carrots. So they take care of the carrots. They breed together. And the beds are right there, and as you can see here are some kids. Oh, grown-up kids. But however they start breeding, the kids will want to go to the bed and they will fall down here into the water stream and back there where we can pick them up. And this is working great, and we first rebuilt the whole villager breeder thing and then repopulated the iron farm right there. As you can see, the golems are falling down there. The iron will drop in the system, and at the moment the iron will come out right here, which is all well and good, but we need storage for this. And we also need storage for the pumpkins, the honeycombs, and the melon slices. Now these are all from farms that are back right there, and we have some more farms there, like the bamboo farm and the sugarcane farm. and we do not sorting those either. So in this area we are going to build silos for that. That need to be way bigger than these are here. So let me quickly grab the camera account and start digging this out and building the next row of silos. Alrighty, so that is done. Unfortunately the camera account cut out after a while, so I haven't got all the footage, but well, the first part of the sorter is now done. All the filters are set, so at the moment the sorter is sorting all the stuff that was in the overflow chest, and now we just need to do the other side, and then we have the whole sorter done. We can then focus on the design of this, because well, the floor, well, yeah. No, it looks a little bit, it needs attention, let's say that. But that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye bye.